Hello, beautiful folks, wherever you are, and the internet, wherever you're coming from. Thank you very much for being tuned, locked in, and also cherishing with us and making sure that everything going to be coming to you live, which is one-on-one at this kind of the platform. It's underscore Gintu, always tuned and locked in to make sure that things going to be popping in and going out. At this kind of the time, you understand the crinkums of the day and the fatamelonk way of talking about how Gintu is and what's going to be popping out. We understand because whenever the wind is blowing, it comes with a much and much more things that are regarding to talk about it. We're going to be collecting all the stuffs, whatever going to be the sickness, whatever going to be the dust. It creates a much of the havoc. And this kind of the wind, which is right now flowing, it has much of the impact, which is the negative impact to Gintu, because most of the people have endured themselves to talk about this is what they're going to be talking about. It's just a season for them to gain a little bit of them views to talk about Gintu as ABCD. It's a little fact that I'm standing to my own principles, and if it's not my principles, you could be getting much of the alliteratives, much of the things, frustrating things which are not even equivalent to this kind of the matter. And to my own strategy of working, if we cannot work together, I always see from the previous things that we can just see, and everything gonna be handed to its own format. Because what I'm gonna be talking is at this kind of the time, I understand people have always done meticulous things, and people are always communicating, talk about Gintu going to be doing this, we're going to be doing this. And I've survived to this kind of the industry of the charity team since I was just chased out of that kind of the villa, and they talked about going to be supporting other people extra because that is the need that it has called me to make it happen. And nobody has ever come out questioning and talking about, oh, Gintu has made this, has made that one. That is not the responsibility. Let me get the money outside here. Guys, to the real fact of the module, this is the man I'm giving out, then they're going to Matiko's home. That is the nature. And I know there's nothing that is there. The complications that are ever coming out is too much of the complications that a person cannot even withstand to know what are they eating. If you want, you say it like, I want me to get into this kind of the project, and you reached Gintu out. I'm not the one who reached you out. Like, okay, they're talking so much things like, oh, Gintu, you have scammed this kind of the woman. That woman doesn't have money. It's just talking too much. It's her lady who is having, talk about the daughter who is having much of the money. Complications much of the time, ABCD, she's just talking much. And the good fact I'm going to be speaking here is one. Like right now, they are here to look for a little bit of something to go and get some food. I'm giving out the money. And what is the real fact of somebody to come out and think about, you're going to be coming to reassociate us in this kind of the fraternity? We said, I've ever gone to Matiko's home with so many things. And why couldn't I use that kind of the opportunity when people are sending like, okay, Gintu, I want you to go to this kind of the home and get this kind of the greens, get this kind of the things to this kind of the home, and people trusted. And they know this kind of the things going to be reaching where responsible at that kind of the moment. But there's somebody who can come outside, and I think this is just a setup that was coming out. And the good fact is I understand, because not everybody is aware of how the things are always conducted and how the things are just going on. Because a person can reach out unto you knowing like this kind of the person going to be now ruining and talk about, okay, going to be now ruining into a philosophy, or going to be ruining into aptitude, and talk about, yeah, this is what we're going to be doing. That is not the momentum. And I'll come to this kind of the equation. They are raising the only money that is in a question mark. It's just a simple and a small token money, which is just 29,000, which is a very small token money that they're just complaining about. Oh, Gintu, I sent you 29,000. That's something that somebody can raise up. A person from the US can raise up and talk about, oh, Gintu, you have 29,000. That's a whole person can raise up and talk about this to what a person can eat. If it could be a transaction of $1 million, what could you do and talk about, oh, now $1 million has gone? Somebody could just come out and talk about this is what you can just question, because it's such kind of the small token money. We are not interested in such kind of, the people are just not even interested of knowing what is just there. Somebody's complaining about going to give me the receipt. And when I was there, I was told, everything you do, give it to Matiko. Everything you do, it's for Matiko, not yours. And when I did it and talked about, let me go and buy a phone to Matiko, the receipt belongs to Matiko, not mine. So how do you want to claim the receipt from me, yet you talked about also Matiko will be speaking to you? Are you really normal to your all senses? And to the real fantastic module is, when I bought the phone, including where we were, even the receipt was written, and I told him, this receipt doesn't belong to me, it belongs to you, Matiko, take it. And Matiko took it and polished it onto the phone and went home. And that is it. That's how we did it. And if she was to claim for this kind of the receipt, could talk about, oh, Matiko, I need that kind of the receipt, I saw it. And the next thing is number 2. When they're complaining about the 29,000, they want to analyze and see what is this kind of the 29,000 going to be doing. Number 1, when you are told to buy this kind of the phone, when Max One bought a phone to Murimi, Max One placed there the right amount of money that he bought that kind of the phone from that kind of the area. And this kind of the lady watched the video of Max One buying this kind of the phone from that kind of the shop. And she reached and talked about going to have seen, even I have those kind of the texts, including those kind of the photos showing this kind of the phone, which is I think it was a Realme 50, not 50. That was the phone. And when she reached out and talked about, okay, this is the phone that I need. I have seen Max One has posted and he has said it's going to be costing 17,500. Is it a factor or less? And this was the quotation that she gave to me and talked about talking to. I've seen this kind of the amount. This is what is just sent. But I confirmed to her, like, this kind of the amount going to be 16,000 Kenya shillings, that kind of the phone from the Google, because I was not there. I told her it's going to be costing like 16,000. This is the Google. I don't know when I'm going to be reaching there because everybody looks for the profit. I don't know what's going to be there. And talk about the JBL. You understand when I talk about the JBL headphone or a JBL, maybe we talk about it's a radio, maybe a radio cassette or whatever. JBL is one of the biggest companies that are so expensive. And she said, begin to go purchase this kind of the headphone. The headphone were costing 3,500. I began to 3,000. And that's what the money that was, I just bought that kind of the stuff. Again, when she's complaining about the other extra money, where are they? When I took the mother to Matiko, where she was claiming, even in the same day I contacted her, early in the morning, Mama Matiko contacted me and talked about Ogintu. Please, I'm very sick. Ask that woman, is she ready to get me to the hospital because I'm feeling not good and my health is not healthy. I talked about, okay, let me speak to her, including she has that kind of the call. I called her, she never picked, and I texted her, Mama Matiko, she's very, very sick. She needs to go to the hospital. And she said, I'm not ready today, but maybe tomorrow, whenever my daughter comes, she will transact the money and I will handle it. Mama Matiko herself, the day I went, she talked about she's having a debt of Kenya revenue and whatever this kind of the money that was given with the Kenyan government, which is called the Hustler Fund. She was having 680 shillings, and that's what we have to pay. And also the SHA, you have to pay the whole year. That is it. Then when we went, we found this kind of the woman now. When I spoke to her, she talked about tomorrow. Then a little bit, Mama Matiko called me. I was handling some of the matters, including the curtains and some other stuffs, including going to look for the lawyer who will be putting the injunction to Matiko's home so nobody can just penetrate to that kind of the home. And I went to Migori so I can just look for that kind of the effect. And not even, she never even paid for that one. She was just talking about going to go to this and do this and do this. Then when I went, what happened? She did nothing. Nothing happened. Oh, wait a bit, ABCD, nothing. Which is very absolutely, we talk about some of the things we can just put ourselves like, we're going to be helping. Yes, I am into that kind of the portfolio to help. But what's going to be coming out as a receipt? Nothing. She ever not complied about it. Even I went to the lawyer. I talked to them and talked about going to be getting the, talk about the injunction to talk about this kind of the boy to their home, direct, and we had to raise some of the money. But how can I tell her, like, this is the money, but she cannot even entrust about it? And she's the one who is ordering, go and do this, go and do this, go and do this. And she knows, like, when a person is sending money, Like, she has even identified and she has known this kind of the money going to be getting here and this kind of the money going to be getting here. And she transacts the money from her own account to Gintu's account. That is showing she's aware of what we're going to be doing. So when she sent that kind of the 29, she sent me the real photo of when Max One bought the phone and said this is 17,500. And she knew that kind of the phone are going to be bought and such kind of the amount. Why can she now transact 29,000 if we are not stupid? We have to realize before we come to the real sense of the time. Number 3, when I took the mother to the hospital during that kind of the time, that same time day I went to the Migori, I went back, I was looking for the curtains and much more. I came back and I told Mama Matiko called me and talked about, oh Gintu, please, I'm feeling very not comfortable. And if she has said so, because I told her, please, the mom, she has said, she's going to be transacting the money tomorrow. She said herself, she was like crying. Like, oh, that's how she has said? Okay then, go and purchase me some of maybe tablets and get to me because I'm gonna be feeling like, I asked her, which kind of the sickness do you have? She said it's like malaria. I doubted, how can I take some of the medicine that I don't know? I took my advantage. I went round with my bike. I went even to the home. I found her. I talked about going to be taking her to the hospital. Other things will be escorted maybe after that kind of the period of time, including, I said to that kind of the video, sometimes if you have an emergency and you go to the hospital, they will treat this person and make the first aid before they claim for this kind of the money. And they will tell you this person will just stay here until you pay this kind of the money. That's what I did. I knew if I could not pay, she will be admitted and she will stay there for the tomorrow day. I'll go and pay the money because this kind of the woman said, tomorrow I'm going to be paying the money. But when I went there, they talked about she can never be treated with no card. And I had no loss of the, I talked about that, we lost her hope, and she has said she doesn't have money at that kind of the particular time. She was the only person who said to me, Gentu, that's how she always talk, Gentu, go to the hospital with the mother, do the card, put a Godfrey, Matiko also do the card, and ABCD, I'll pay for them. She herself, not me. And I knew now she has said I have to act perpendicularly by unit time because I was told that is what to do. At the end of the moment, I went to the hospital. The calculation was done, including I was into the camera. The calculation was done. And when I transacted some money, they said about, okay, Gintu, this money, the card has not opened because we're going to be paying until January. So we have not paid extra 900 and we had to transact that 900. And other things like food and whatever. When I came back to see, after going to the hospital, I came back to Mukami's home because they had a little bit of some three confusion. We went to the police station there. And when I went to Mukami, when I was at Mukami's position, Godfrey came. I asked him, the same day I went to the mother to the hospital, I asked him, this is lunchtime edition, have you ate anything? Godfrey said about, no, we have not ate anything. We don't have food. We don't have anything. I took my responsibility to go and get him some money, my own money, and to make sure that Godfrey, they are going to be getting food, including Matiko himself, to eat the food. And when I gave him 200 shillings, I told him, right now I don't have enough money because I've paid for your grandmother to the hospital. I'm going to be looking forward to understand what's going to be coming out. That money, she started talking about again to send me this kind of the money used to the hospital. I was so busy. And I told her, I will send you the final quotation when the mom goes out of the hospital because I don't know other carriers' charges that will be charged unto her. And I will just send everything as it is. And I did it before she transacted this kind of the money of the phone, including let her come out with the receipt that she wrote there. This is what to do and this and this and this. And she said herself, cut your money that you paid to the hospital, number one. And even she calculated it before she sent that kind of the money. She calculated and she sent it. When I go to buy some of the stuff, so when I go to a certain shop, and I found the discount is a bit there. Then I bargained because we went there. I started talking about Matiko should just analyze himself and talk about how can you seduce this kind of the lady. And we started joking to interest that kind of the lady so as they can just cut a little bit of some money, like a little bit of the discount, we can buy that kind of the phone. So all the things that whatever I'm doing, it needs like, okay, I should tell Matiko this is the strategy we're going to be using to make sure this kind of the people are going to be lowering their own price onto this kind of the portfolio, which is a bit headaching. Another thing, after sorting out everything, There's a day again I came here, the day I came with the mom from the hospital. And I say it as a fact. I came from the hospital here. And after the 3 days, I was going even to the hospital to check this kind of the mom. I came back with her. And I took her with my own bike from the hospital with a young lady who is a granddaughter to her. And we came back to home. I was even around the trees there. I shot a video talking about her. I was to go with that kind of the granddaughter to go and give her maize and charcoal. And I talked about, okay, it's no matter for me to go up to home, then I come back. Let me send a border. And I called a border onto the telephone, right to that kind of the day. And I talked to the border, please, can you get us some maize? I don't even recall how many kgs were they. Because sometimes I always talk about this kind of the people going to be helped. It's not a matter of calculating how much of the maize have you used, because you are helping them also. And I have that kind of the courtesy of helping. Then I gave them the maize and some charcoal. And the guy came with the border. I paid it on my own self. This lady, where was she when this kind of the people are saying so? And she's claiming about, this kind of the things are going this way. Let me say this. I've seen so much demagogues, and I'm warning them. They start talking about into this kind of the hardcore that they hear. 14 tracks of hardcore constituting up to, calculate 10,000 times 14. Which is 140,000. 140,000 is approximately 1,100 US dollars. And she's just complaining about 175 pounds here. And what about this kind of whatever I'm just doing here? Because they're talking about Gintu has taken some of the money from her. Even if paying for one truck there. There's a truck that brought some of the hardcore. It was to come here, then it was denied the access. Then this kind of the person, when he was denied the access, the same person who was having the deal to bring them here, talked about the same person who was having the deal there. Because this kind of the trucks, if you don't do with deals, it never happens. And this kind of the people, you can never monitor them. At what time are you going to be bringing this? Do you think about they are going to fetch, this excavator to load and bring it to you? You are not the only customer. There are so many, several customers. They cannot venture into one and leave others who are giving them the work daily. And talk about, because Gintu now is ordering it, let me get there to this kind of the immediate effect. It can never happen, by the way. And that is how the absolute matter, this kind of the trucks are doing the work. And including me here. This kind of even if you ask anybody, including the mother to Matiko, can tell you they are ever hearing this kind of the trucks coming here, including around 22 hours at night. They are bringing this kind of the materials here. Up to the day I was denied the road. And that is it. So this kind of the person who is coming out to talk about how Gintu is doing this. And this kind of the lady, the woman, she has gone to an extent of using the same person who is going to fight me and talk about Gintu is doing this and this and this and this. Yet I was the one who went to her home where she was living with my own motorbike. Up to where she was living, where she told me she's living in her mother's compound. Then I went and talked about Gintu. I wanted to go up to, I don't know which kind of the side. I went up to there. I never found her. I came back. She found me. We came back and it was a bit headaching until I reached their home. The roads are rolling inside there. And when I reached their home, I found her. Then we talked about we can have something, including I bought the mother. Even there was some sardines who were passing. I bought them the luncheon there. And it was my courtesy. And she is now coming out to claim like she's now fighting Gintu maybe to win the tender or to be given this kind of the mandate to do this kind of the things, which is not the effective matter of handling this kind of the matter. Number one, when I was speaking to her, I told her, your house is stuck. Your house has developed so many grasses around. The bush is bushing to your house. Do the necessary, go back to the village and do the necessary. Look for the money that this kind of the people are owing you and pay them while you are there at home. It will be more better. Because she was doing nothing there. She was talking about happening in the business. She was employed, I don't know, to do with the hotel industry, which was not paying. She told me it's not paying. And I told her, what are you doing here? Go back home. Go back home. Maybe your blessings are coming from home and you have left your home. What are you doing? It is nothing. Then I had to approach and talk about, please, you young lady, go back to your home. You might be older than me, but I can give you how this kind of the things are going. I can advise you, I can lecture you and tell you, this is how these things are working. Then she came back, and during the same time, I paid the money that she was being on with that kind of the plumbing guy. And to that kind of the effective matter, I even stopped the plumbing guy. I told him, please, don't arrest this kind of the lady. I will go talk to her. And when she comes back home, even me, I told this kind of the man, please don't go and arrest her, because you are the one who is making her not to come back home. Please let her come back and settle at home. Then she will just be looking herself small. Then she will pay you, even if there's somebody going to be coming out, including people reached out to Gintu and talked about, Gintu, can you pay this kind of the money to this kind of the lady? And I did the best, which was the best for me to do, including so many people reached out, why couldn't I talk about, oh, I'm not in good terms of this kind of the lady, I will eat this kind of the money. And why do people reach out again to and talked about, Gintu, can you pay and a little bit minimize some of the debts that this kind of the lady is having? But now, the only opinion and the option which is coming to Gintu is now to be backstabbed at the back. I know they have trended, and this I'm leaving it to the living God, because if a person is not guaranteed, like when I'm conducting my own things and she's not reaching unto Gintu and Gintu is not available, like right now I don't have data bundles here. So when you reach at Gintu at this kind of the time, when I reach at home, I open the Wi-Fi, because sometimes Wi-Fi, this kind of the data bundle with Safaricom is a bit headaching. So they can be minimized. There's some of the apps onto the phone which are symphonying the datas. You find sometimes you go and Google something, no data. You find the apps have eaten everything. So sometimes when I go home, I update and see what's going to be popping up from the Wi-Fi. I got some missed calls, people called. She talked about, oh, Gintu, you're not responsible. I'm calling, you're not available. I will reach out to Max One, which I talked about. There's no problem. We are from the same village. We are helping to see it moving. But don't contradict much of the things, including like, okay, Gintu, when you are not available, I'll use this kind of the person to do it. So why do you approach Gintu now to talk about Gintu going to be sorting out your own things here? And the thing is, the person is talking about this kind of the lady. She's the one who brought this kind of the money that she was sending, this kind of the trucks here. How much times did she send in this kind of the money she's talking about here? Because I can retell it. Because the money that I can receive from a person, we can go to even, how is it called? The mini statement, or the main statement, or the full statement, and understand where this kind of the money coming from. Because if we absolutely start tracing this kind of the money, what was this sent to do at this kind of the particular moment? Much of the money were coming with no even transaction cost. That is it. But they don't understand. Sometimes we can do it as a favor, like I'm helping this kind of the people. When I see, let me tell the people what made me to, and this kind of the things to come out. Number one, I told her, you are the one who reached out to me to do this kind of the project. I cannot take it as a charity project. You are the one who reached out to me. You are doing the charity, but not me. Now you're going to be using Gintu to this kind of the effective to make sure that he is programming anything to see what's going to be popping out. Now I said, I'm going to be terminating the rule of charity from this kind of the home, because she said, oh, I'm not paying Gintu. You heard it from the video. I'm not paying Gintu. Gintu is there to shoot some videos. I talked about this lady. She's thinking about, she's so wise. I talked about, no, I'm going to be dealing with the contract. Now there's no charity. Because how she was driving me, I thought about this kind of the lady, now it will go this way and she will turn against me. And I knew it. And I said, no, now I'm not working with charity. Make it happen. I'm going to be the project manager. She talked about, oh, why Gintu? Have you said about that? I thought about you're doing charity. You're a bad person. You're not doing charity. Who told you I'm there to do some charity and you are the one who reached out to me? So between me and you, who is doing the charity now? That's where now things started cooking from. Let's her come out and say, I expected Gintu to work for free at this kind of the project to make sure that my own suspicious, stupid things for me to handle them, it's this kind of the rate. And Gintu refused and talked about I'm going to be working as a contract. That's where things now started booming from. And I told her, this kind of the money that's going to be paying here, I have also my own work to do. And this kind of the charge I saw, because somebody needs Gintu to stack there every time I should be there at Matiko's position to see how Matiko is liquored, or to see how the mom, she's sitting outside there, flattening the ranks onto the ground, and talk about now we talk what? Because there's no work continuing there. The materials, she's even forcing some of the materials. Even she's ever talking about, oh, Gintu, we are not ready for this kind of the materials. You just have a good time and bring them because we are not yet, we are waiting for the plan. Again, when you just take 2 to 3 days because you have to order this kind of the materials to come sometimes. Sometimes you can be told, okay, we are coming, and this kind of the truck people cannot arrive the same day. I talked to her, please, this kind of the money gonna be arriving. Today, 2 trucks have come. Okay, no problem, Gintu. I trust you. Yeah, you just do with your own pace. Then, it's coming to this kind of the position. I don't know if, she was telling me more about, I'm constructing a story building. I don't know in which kind of the beach. I don't understand. So what does it analyze to me? I told her, even me, I'm going to be constructing my own house onto this kind of the beach I have in here. Because you cannot tell me like you're going to be thinking about the $20 you're going to be sending. Like, okay, you understand. You know the problem with this kind of the people is such kind of a woman. They think about 1,000 Kenya shillings, 2,000 Kenya shillings is a very big thing, which is $10, $20. They think it's a very big thing. Do you not understand if she's not even willing to do whatever necessary? Have you ever heard somebody talking about Gintu, the G castle is built? Has everybody come out and talking about Gintu, you are scamming this kind of the money? Before I start something, I know my flow of money. Next thing, before even getting to this kind of the contract, which is a fake one, she's bragging too much. She's talking more than even the brain. And she's not the one who is even transacting. She doesn't know even the transacting age. She's even using the daughter to transact the money to Kenya. And the daughter, she's the one who is transacting. Sometimes she can reverse and complain. Oh, I'm going to be suing your banks in Kenya. I don't know what's the problem. She thinks about she owns everything. You have some small money. There are people who are having money. They are quiet. They are not even complaining too much. The mouth is there. They are ever coming to the and talk about, oh, Gintu, you understand this kind of the money, or you do this and this. Correct. Ceiling. Even sometimes I've never spoke to this kind of the sponsors. I've never spoke to this kind of the people who are handling the matters, including maybe some of the 2-3 projects that I'm just performing, non-cameralized. So she thinks about everything should be filmed. Everything should be spoken. Everything should be ABCD. Whenever I'm not, you can imagine. She has only told Gintu, like, Gintu have transacted the money to bring the blocks, the machine cut blocks. Then at the end, she's telling me even before the materials arrive to talk about they arrive to Matiko's home. She's talking about, oh, Gintu, go there, tell them I've sent you money for the materials, they're going to be coming. Even the materials are not there. Who told you they're going to be arriving? Wait until you see the materials are here. I tell them, please, these materials have been sent with this kind of the platform or this kind of the foundation, and this is his. So she came to me looking for the support to make sure that her name of the foundation gonna be now raised and people will be hearing that kind of the name, which is so controversial. Very controversial woman. She's even reputating herself, including belittling some of the points. Sometimes even when we were speaking to the camera, I told her, hey, thank you, I have understood you, we're going to be making things. And people are just talking, oh, Gintu, let her continue talking. She's belaboring herself and bragging too much. Like, oh, we're going to be doing this, we're going to be doing this, oh, Gintu, we're going to be getting to the police station, oh, we're going to be suing whoever we're going to be suing. Too much complications, which are not even fulfilled. And I'm not interested with that. And I'm not there to raise up to that kind of the moment. This kind of the time of speaking here, she has used this kind of the young lady. And the young lady was the one who was handling her matters, including the police stations, and also this kind of the man not to go and sue this kind of the lady. And I talked about this kind of the lady. She has left children at home, including I went there and I saw the children were at home. I shot a video one day with a young boy. I don't know what was the name. I've even forgotten a bit. And I shot a video with that kind of the boy. And I asked the boy, are you having food? What is happening? And I was even getting there to understand how the environment is. Including people talked about again to go support this kind of the lady at this kind of the time. But what is happening at the rate of the moment? She's coming to claim too much, which is not the absolute matter of me to handle such kind of things. Let me say this kind of the fact, and I'm going to be getting it to the attachment. You know, everybody has his own selection of how you're going to be sending your money and how you want it to be done. You have said everything going to be in the camera. I've cameralized everything. And you want it to be in this kind and this kind, this kind. So why couldn't she ask about, I want the receipt why you paid for the road. I want the receipt why you poured some of the stones there, the stones delivery. Why couldn't she explain about, okay, you have brought this kind of the, maybe talk about the ballast and the sand. I need the receipt. Some of the things in this kind of the courier land and some of the things in here, they don't require receipts. It's how you agree with the person and the deal you ever seal to make it happen. So don't come out to tell Gintu, this is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing this and that. This. Who have you ever seen doing such kind of thing? If you cannot trust this kind of the person, use whom you want to trust. But the good thing is, don't bring your conditions with your $20, $10, talking about now this is so big for Gintu to eat. And think about, okay, the money in question is just, okay then. If they're going to be finding it so rough, if they think about Gintu, I ate their own money, or whatever they're thinking about, and they're thinking about what's going to be sorted out, let them calculate how much I used to the phone and also the headphone. Calculate it. And the screen protector. Calculate that money. Give me the balance, including even what I purchased for God. Give me the balance. I'll pay them tomorrow. And if they want to think about it's their money that I'm just using, they will just understand like I have other things I'm doing. I told them, I have cars that are running onto the road. They're doing business. And I have different shops which are doing the business. I have businesses I'm running outside here, 2, 3 things. And including, are they the ones who made Gintu to dig this kind of the fish ponds here? If somebody is coming to your life thinking about now, how am I going to dismantle this kind of the boy so he cannot continue? We have such kind of the stupid, elementized human creatures who have such kind of the mentality. Including right now, I have some people who are just loyal to Gintu and talk about, oh, Gintu, is this the fact I'm seeing this kind of the things are happening? I always tell them, I'm not in terms of that. And I will say this, even the G castle to be built, my mom's kitchen to be built, I want to be starting my brother's house. I want to be doing, talk about the biogas is there, the toilet I dug, all the unnecessary, even some of the things that don't even the camera. The only people who can just talk about Gintu is coming, that the people who have talked about Gintu are going to be supporting to build this kind of the G castle. And they are there very silent. Even some of the people I've never spoken with them. I swear, I've never spoke with the people whom we started having the chats, only chatting. And we talk about, hey, and even they know, when I'm broke, the only people who knows I'm broke, they are so few. And I can say, please, can you guarantee me to do this and this? At the end, there's another thing you ever do. I'll compensate it when this kind of the money, I get it. Including this kind of the hardcores that are here. Even there's a time, my brother brought 2 trucks of hardcore. I was not having the single cent that day. I called one of my fan. I told him, please, bro, there's a point that we're going to be doing somewhere. And he had promised he's going to be doing what? He's going to be catering for that kind of the thing to the other objective things. I told him, send me this kind of the money at this kind of the moment, including, I have the receipts even I sent to them. Please send me this amount of money. After sending, when I get this money, we will do that work immediately with an immediate effect. Ask them. They are there, they are so silent. Nobody has ever raised to talk about, oh, Gintu scammed me. And I've done it several times. But have I ever come out to, somebody has ever come out to talk about Gintu scamming? Why this lady only? She's having a problem, bragging too much, maybe stupidity of the highest order. She thinks about she owns everything, and she thinks about she has much money to sue anybody. She thinks about, let her try. And she thinks about she's going to be owning Kenya's government. This is another thing. We have a different aptitude here. She might be, these are the people that you see Trump is trying to say about in Minnesota. If you have seen Trump, people from the US, even it's worldwide, they've seen what Trump is talking about. These are the ladies we are talking about. They have subjected themselves into somewhere. They want to dominate there, and they want to brag like they own it. The same ladies. But the good thing is, I'm not disgracing anybody's way of movement. The good thing is one, let us not think about you're going to be the only person who's going to be giving Gintu the contract to do and the benefit. And what is the aim of you giving Gintu the contract? Is to support Gintu and support the other family. Somebody can send more than 80,000, 100,000. When I was sent, do you understand how much amount I was sent? The same single day to construct a Nestor's toilet. The same day, and I said they're going to be complete in 3 days. Have you ever seen that kind of the lady coming out and talk about, oh, Gintu, I sent you money, I've not seen what is working. Why you? Some simple. I'm constructing the house at Jiga's family. I'm constructing the house at the other MCA. I'm sorting out some 2-3 things out down here. But nobody has ever come out talk about Gintu is scamming you money. Because we talk, we analyze, we talk about this is the money that is needed, this kind of the rate. But don't start bringing the problem to the village. You are the causative. She's a drama queen. And that's the fact. Including some of the things that you can even do, somebody cannot recognize or talk about, oh, Gintu, this is the philosophy, or this is how it's going to be. Using some innocent ladies to put them to the drama, yet you understand the same ladies who I'm talking about, what caused and what happened to them until they became who they are. Even they ran out of their homes. You know, some of the people think about they can intimidate me. I've been intimidated. I've been arrested because of telling people the reality about this land belongs to us. Let me say this. Do you know $1 million US, it's cutting a tax collector in the United States 18 cents. 18 cents from a tax collection to go and facilitate the facility to print this kind of the money. More than billions of US dollars. 18 cents. But these billions of money, whenever they come out from the national banks and world banks, they go buy gold, peppers. They go buy cars, peppers. But somebody's coming with $20 to come and intimidate Gintu and get Gintu's reputation out and talk about Gintu. I've been developing and developing from this kind of the time. Today, I've paid for this kind of the road that was having a problem here. I've paid for it today. So is this your money? Some of the people think about, oh, we don't have, I'm having cars that are running and doing businesses. Don't think about whenever you see some people bragging and having some cars and walking at the town and bragging. I'm not in such kind of a stage. I will never brag that I have money and nobody knows how much I owe and how much I have. Nobody knows. It's a respect of each other. Like, Gintu, can you do this? Yes, I can do it. Go ahead. But nobody can come to calculate what I'm having. Even the people who are bragging like her, even maybe I'm far away from her account. Even she doesn't know, maybe. She's just bragging and talking about how it's going to be. I've owned a lot of plots outside here, and some of the things I've owned them without even the YouTube platform. But don't come and insinuate other things that are not even capable. I know this is the same people. When I went to Ernesto's home during this kind of the lady, she was called Abasa. I saw that kind of the people start bringing that kind of the story, like, oh, Gintu became rich in that kind of the stage. Have you ever seen anybody complaining I send money to Gintu through to support this kind of, maybe this kind of the person? And Gintu talks about, okay, I'm going to be symphonying this kind of the because it has nothing to offer to the society. It can never happen such kind of the way, but we have to handle much of the matters how they always rise, and that is me. But not to come and intimidate Gintu because of talk about the police, and talk about, oh, from the police we're going to be handling such kind of. I'm not intimidated with the police because they are here to eat. We have to give them money, eat. You go where they eat, and if somebody's talking about you're going to be having maybe a lot of money and the bank account maybe Gintu don't having, I'm very sorry from that one. Mambo vipi? Umefika? Kwani umetokea wapi? Lazima. Guys, this is what is just handled out. And I have to say it as it is. Because let nobody come and talk about how it's going to be coming, ABCD. Bring some of the shenanigans that don't even available. That don't even exist. That is not my reputation. And I will never, ever come to this kind of the things that a person is coming to belabor and also talk much because of somebody to recognize that you have a lot of money. That is not my conscience. Another thing, I heard they are talking about, oh, Gintu, I'm going to be going to, she's calling me Gentu. Oh, Gentu, I'm going to be telling the mother to Matiko, you are a problem. So I was asking myself, when I was taking care of them, using my own money, so was I a problem? You know, sometimes when you come to the reality and understand how people are going to be acting and are rotating all around, you have to understand their own intentions. And I'm not there to start talking about, oh, I need the contract. Let them stay with it. Let them do it on their own. I paid for the road. I paid boys to slash much of 2-3 things, fences there. I poured the materials, which a person can come and claim is, Gintu, I sent for you to buy this part of the materials, like 4 trucks of sand or how many trucks of whatever. Let me allocate this kind of the work. There's somebody who is calling. Hey, Mura.
Have received a reverse call request.
Yes, hello. Hello.
Hey, Jongon.
Eh, usokiri.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all, man.
Sawa, kama usokiri taya o magebo. Tusikane ho.
Magebo?
Tusikane o magebo.
Sawa.
Exactly. So this kind of the gentlemen who are working at Magebo's position, which is talk about the Jigas family, and I'm reallocating them to go and work because they have finished their work. They're going to be working to those kind of the ladies. That kind of the house should be smeared, and that's why I'm rushing to. Some of the works, people are not complicating. Like right now, I have several works to do, including some of the materials have landed to my home right now, but I'm not there to see if they have democracy. I will go and talk about, yes, this is what I needed. Because they know, when I order, I talk about I need fine sand, I need rough sand, I need moderate sand. They know, because I've worked with them, they know. But when somebody is coming to Krakatoa and talk about ABCD, I'm very sorry. Rob Chata, how are you? You are available. So where are you coming from? Because this kind of the roads, how they are. Who told you I'm here?
Your sound.
No, where were you and you heard my sound?
You are shouting, so I was passing.
Where?
I'm coming from the shamba.
You're coming from Shamba?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not aware. So I'm just wondering, hey, where are you protruding from? And I'm just not even getting it very quickly. Welcome.
Thank you.
Oh, you're coming from your friend there?
Why are you saying? But you are not
Yeah.
also my friend.
No, yeah, I'm your friend also. But I know maybe you're coming from some sections here.
Yeah, it's even if I was to my friend, you are also my friend. Me,
Yeah.
I don't
have-
kuingilia with
No,
your
that is,
things.
even me, I don't have any problem
Eh?
with anyone. Because as I know, there's nothing is permanent in this world.
Yeah.
Yeah, including if life is not permanent, what about what a person can talk about how it's gonna be? So even if the contract will be getting out, We understand things are popping out.
You see how I was in there?
I know. You are looking a little bit of sketchy here. How are you? How is the work?
What is doing?
Welcome to the YouTube channel.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You are
Hi,
standing
guys.
very far. You are shy.
Far.
Yeah. Talk about something.
Gintu! Hi guys,
Yeah.
my name is Robi Chacha. Yeah, so I was just passing. I saw Gintu doing video, guys. I say let me
Protrude.
let me go and say hi to Gintu.
Oh, hi.
Because you know we are neighbors.
Yeah, we are neighbors.
We are friends.
But the last time I was here, you were here. Last time you were here, it was the same point. Now things started cooking out.
How?
Hey. You have seen how the platform is and you have understood how the things are running.
I usually watch, but
you have watched.
Me, what I will tell you, you with the Percy, you are friends, you
I
are neighbors.
I don't have any problem with such kind of people. Even I'm the one who rescued her from the police. I'm the one who took the advantage of paying her debt. And I don't have any kind of a grudge, because if it could be a grudge, it's only tomorrow I could call the same person who I was holding and tell him like, okay, the contract between me and her is terminated, so go and arrest her. She's at home. And if it's gonna be like that one, nobody can talk to me about this is how it's gonna be. I'm not having such kind of the mentality. If I could be bad enough, I could have said about, okay, that kind of the lady, she's just talking nonsense about me, and go arrest her because she's owing you. So I'm out of that kind of the deal. I'm the one who is having the covenant, not even pass yourself. I'm the one having the covenant with that man, in the courtesy of who? In the courtesy of that kind of the lady. So whatever gonna be coming out or talk about maybe how it's gonna be, it's only I will ever withstand and talk about. I'm waiting for her until whenever she will pay that money, and I talk about, okay, now that kind of the covenant is now broken, because now she has paid everything. Now everything is that departed. But right now I'm still holding it, because if I talk about I'm out, the gentleman is so serious, because he's the one who is talking about has been denied not to be paid. I will not use that kind of the names that much of the people are waiting to hear, like, okay, scamming and much more. That kind of the scamming is not available. And whenever a person is sending the money, and is sending the money knowing like I'm gonna be buying this and buy this, and they know actually, and I'm gonna be asking a question, and it's a very simple question. When you watch, let's say you watch anybody, any YouTube channel, and see that YouTube channel, somebody has bought a phone, and the person showed like this phone was bought this, and you contact me and say, this kind of the phone has been bought with this kind of the person, and this is the money he has said, and since the actual money to buy the same thing, and including talk about, oh, this kind of the person needs headphone, I want him to be whenever it's just so this kind of the headphone now, I don't want to confuse this kind of the man. Whenever we're gonna be recurring now, we're gonna be putting the headphone flat rate, because we are dealing with drunken people, you understand?
Yes.
We are dealing with drunken people here. And after there, somebody's coming out to tell you, give me the receipt of buying the phone. When we were sending the money and you told me the phone was bought this, weren't you knowing like, so you send money not knowing what you send the money to do. And when you're talking about, I've said onto the video, let her, the woman, contact this lady, tell her to tell me how much money is in the question. How much money is in the question? I'll give it to them. Use Western Union to pay it back, or use whatever means to send it back. Because if this is the only simple money that they're just quoting, including I've told them, I took care of Matiko, the hospital bill, on my own money. Let it be that way. Because I'll never be broke because of paying somebody and helping somebody paying the hospital bill. I'll never be broke. And I have that legacy and entitlement of getting some of the foodstuffs to the hospital, including the bigger hospitals. Sometimes I don't show onto the video. Sometimes the hospitals don't require the videoing because of the privacy. I take, including there's a time I got, I told even to the prisons in Migori, I told them like I'm gonna be getting to visit them with a lot of staffs. And they told me no camera. You understand? Because of the privacy. And do they know like I did it? And where is that kind of the person who sent me that money? Like going to go and do this kind of the project to the Kenya prisons. And I went with the foodstuffs to the Kenya prisons and I made it happen. And I gave to them. And this kind of the person told me, okay, Gintu, give me a screen, just a screenshot. You are at the prisons there. And everything is happening. That's how it works. And we are still on it, but you have never seen it on the camera. But what a person can see to the camera, this is the phone that has been bought. Yes, this is the phone that has been bought. Yes. These are the headphone. Yes. Which kind of the plat? This JBL. This is a screen protector. Yes, this is a screen protector. Yes. Okay, this is the receipt. Do you want the receipt again to know? The receipt doesn't belong to me, belongs to the owner of the phone, because I don't want to be like, I'm the one who's holding the receipt, that I'm the one who bought the phone.
Exactly.
Including the receipt was written with his name. If I could be another person, like I'm gonna be doing whatever, I could tell them, write my name and give me that receipt and don't feel anything. They could have not filled anything to that receipt.
Yeah,
And I could take it and go and refill it on my own.
Yourself.
So how is it possible? Yeah. I saw this kind of the lady, she went out with that kind of the receipt because it's Matiko who was having it. So why do you want again to come and categorize?
Maybe Matiko did not explain too much to Percy.
Matiko is illiterate, is a drunken person.
Yeah.
Even if you explain whatever, Matiko, I have not worked with him today.
He does not understand.
Not even understanding. He goes with the wind direction. You know, when I throw some food here, if wind is directed there, that's how the food will be moving. That's how Matiko is. He's moving with where he knows he will be symphonying. You know, I gave him a free life. Like, not videoing him while he's liquoring, not videoing him while he has liquored, not videoing him whatever he's doing, being inside it, whatever. I'm not interested with that. The good thing is, I honor the dignity of a person. And I'm not there to cause any kind of the mayhem or cause a much of the problem to any kind of the family. Let everybody stick to the position. If there's any kind of the money in the quotation or any kind of the money that is having a problem, let it be directed to me, whatever kind of the money they need. Even if they're going to be needing that 29, I'll give it to them, if that's what they need. Because if we go this way and the person is destroying your reputation of simple money because of giving you 1,000 for fueling the gas, and somebody's coming to talk about now they owe you whatever they need, they're going to be coming. And it's because I signed a new contract talk about I want to be a project manager, not a charity person, because this woman reached out to me. So how do you want me to do the charity? You are the person reaching out to me. You are doing the charity. Again, I do the charity. So what are we doing? So two charity teams can never work together. So two bulls can never stay in one cottage. That is it. So let us respect each other. And if you're going to be using somebody, come and contact me and tell me, Gintu, I need this kind of the money to waste.
The problem is the person who, the donor. The problem is that of the donor of Matiko.
I'm telling you.
Because if he knew that, if she knew that you are trustful, and she contact you and tell you to go and stand for the Matiko, why again come to contact Percy?
It never started that way. One day, I was here in the fish farm here. I was doing this kind of the gabioning. A little bit of the time, this lady was passing. She was having J-Stone. She was having so many men, males surrounding her. You watched it?
Yeah.
She came up to this kind of the fish farm here. And after reaching here, she talked about Gintu, I'm going to Matiko, I've been sent there. I told her, go, you have been sent, do the necessary. But I will not accompany you. Go because you are the one who sent. Whatever you're going to be delivering there, I don't know. Because I'm not the one who to control whatever to be done. And I'm not there to control what to be done, like you have to send this or this. I'm not there to control. Again, when the video came out, this kind of the lady passed, she had filmed the video there. The same lady who is the donor reached out to me and talked about it. Gintu is the one who allowed this lady to go there. So I felt like, are you really in your real senses about what you are talking about? This lady told me you're the one who sent her. Again, you are coming to ask me, are you the one who allowed her? I talked about, I'm not the one. You the one. This kind of the one is contradicting much of the things. Like, she said, I'll be sending this lady when the project starts to go and cook. And at the end, again, this kind of the lady went and said, I will be the one who will be cooking here. So I'm sent here to see how the things are running. I'm allowed to come and shoot some videos. So already there's a contradiction there. I talked about I don't have any kind of the reason to say because the project is owned with another person, and I don't have much to say. If that's how it is, whoever will be sent, I don't have any problem. As long as my work is steady and it's that way it is. And that's how I'm working. But now, from the same spot again, why couldn't he, or why do they call again to this kind of, the Matiko again, to go to her home? To do a video. After I did a video with Matiko at that far corner there, with Mokami, I did a video there at that far corner. And after there, I gave them a token. Like, you can never film me, I film with you. Yeah. I don't have that courtesy of leaving you and go that way. Like those kind of the drunkard people. Because I know their problem. For them to come and appear, and whenever you see them around you, you understand what they need. That's a simple thing and a simple term for you to come out with. I gave them like 100 shillings, I think. Simple money, because they were 3. And the same day he went and liquored, and went and started talking rubbish, which is not even hard. Include they have done, and they are consistently thinking about and terminating other contracts like the Mama Tande Foundation. They have been so serious about why are we being mentioned into whatever we are not meant to be mentioned. They are causing, this woman is causing mayhem, is causing trouble from each other. She wants to come to my life and ruin my life and talk about, I wanted to help Gintu with what? At that kind of an extent. With what? Even she came and talked, I'm not paying Gintu, she is here to make videos. At the end of the time, she's coming to complain, this is the money, ABCD. I've just also said, whatever, if there's a money in the question, let them place it onto the platform. I'll pay it whatever money they need. Because let this kind of the simple money, even if they want a whole of it and they stay with their phones, I'll pay them. There's no problem with that one. Because they think about, okay, they're the only people who have money, and how Gintu can get money is through them only. Yeah, that's a very by faulty things that a person can come out with. But to the lady, I say about even Jesus, whenever he was crucified, he said, you don't know what you are doing. God excuse these kind of the people. So that's what I can say. God, they don't know what they're doing. Excuse them. Because they don't know how I subjected myself, including Godfrey running to my farm here. And whenever he runs here, he needs something. You understand? He needs something to eat, and sometimes cherish here. Even including those kind of the trees I cut here. The whole of those kind of the trees, the firewood, I gave to that woman. I swear, I gave to that woman. Including Godfrey was the one who was coming to cut them from here. And I gave them firewood. And they don't have even firewood. I gave them firewood, I gave them charcoal, I gave them maize with my own courtesy. But somebody's coming to talk about Gintu is bad because of some simple things that cannot even cause much of the mayhem. Something that can never cost me even 2 seconds of transaction. Let them say, where do they need the money to be transacted to? The whole 29. I'll transact the whole 29 to their account. And let them stay. It's like I did the charity to them. Exactly. That's what I can just say. Even if they need money for the road, I'll pay them. If the road is going to be the problem, I'm going to be paying for them, because sometimes they think about if a person is earning $1 and somebody is earning £1, they think about now they are in Africa, people don't have money. That's what people think about. And when they see charities there, they think about Gintu is bringing this kind of the Matiko here. That money of charity, that's what Gintu is using here. So it will seems like now if Gintu has not constructed the G Castle, it means that the charity money is what now Gintu is using to build. I had it in the previous time when I was helping Obasa. It came out. They said Gintu now is now building a G Castle. He has siphoned money from who? From Obasa. And nobody came out to talk about Gintu transacting $1 million to you. Do you think about the G Castle has been built with a single cent? We are approaching to 63,000 US dollars. Do you think about that 63,000 US dollars? There's somebody who never transacted 1,000 and talked about Gintu have scammed me 1,000. If you're going to be thinking about that, I am not forced with conditions. That is what people should know. I have my own principles. And my principle is, when you transact your money, I tell you, think you have received the money. It's going to be getting to the work. If I delay knowing what is delaying me. But the work will be done. If I could be bad, look at the Jigas family. I'm in a small way. But we are making it. Even sometimes, do you know the ballast that I poured there to the Jigas family? It took me 2 weeks.
Yeah, I passed there and I saw them.
2 weeks for it to be delivered there. Even this kind of, the person who is supporting talked about it was to come to Ernesto. But Ernesto is not ready. Talked about, can you convert it to the other people? I talked about, yes, you have contacted the right time because it's going to be coming tomorrow. And it landed the same tomorrow, I told her, because sometimes this kind of the materials, you have to order prior before for you to get them a good quality. If it's not a good quality, you will see so much mud inside, so much rubbishes inside, which is not my courtesy to bring such kind of the materials to your site. And I have that legacy of making it happen. The only problem between Mgintu and this kind of the woman, she's the only person who knows it. Because I terminated the charity program. I said I want to be paid for me to work there. And it was to be heavy payment. Because I was to stack, because she was talking about Gintu, I don't want you to get out of here. I want you to stack there. It was to be a lot of money. So she talked about, oh, I will not cater for Gintu. Go ahead and talk about, give the people who are going to be necessary to do whatever you want to do. But if you give me the work, my time, my whatever, everything has to be concluded there. It's only if I come and film your video and I say, guys, can we help her? I'll be placed into this kind of the platform and I'll help her too. And somebody talk about Oginto going to be reaching out to help that kind of the lady. Yes, we can. Are you part of the program? Yes, let's go in. I will never ask for money. That is my courtesy. But a person who has reached out and talk about Oginto, she's even the person who's talking about, I'm not paying Ginto. Herself. Not Ginto saying that I'm not paid. Herself, I'm not paying. And again, you are coming to complain. Give out the receipt of how much money you need and I'll transact it back. Back to you. How is the life now?
Oh my God.
Don't worry. This is how the tree with fruit is the one which is hit with stones. Don't worry about these things here. And the more they contradict. You know, even the reactors, they have given reactors a lot of the reaction because of how we took over the game from the other boy and we took over from Matiko.
But you reactors, you need to be friends.
Who is a reactor here?
No, I've not said that you are a reactor, but like Team Gintu.
No, the only thing is number one. People are hungry with money. People are hungry with money. I'm not hungry with money the way people think about. I swear, I'm not hungry how people think about. If I could be hungry, I could not be proposing like taking my own maize for free to Matiko's mother. Taking my charcoal for free to Matiko's mother. Because I saw that advantage, they don't have that kind of the courtesy of having them. I chip in and help.
Yeah.
When I said like, I'm going to be helping some people in this and this and this, how much times I'm using my all utensils, talk about spades, talk about wheelbarrows, talk about djembes, and talk about timbers to do the exact project. But I've never asked for the money. Like this kind of the things I have given out, like I'm helping also this kind of the people to move. It's only like I could be helping, but I have not reached at that extent of helping at that further. But when I get somebody who we're gonna be joining together, I have some of the stuffs that you cannot go and buy, but I have them to give out. That is it. And let everybody knows it. Because I have loyal subscribers who are now doubting themselves. Is this the reality? Because of some stupid things that much of the people want to destroy the reputation of other people.
Yeah, exactly.
And let us not gain onto that. Because I've seen so many texts, people talking about Ogintu, is it the reality? Or give this kind of the woman the receipt. This kind of the woman, she's asking for the receipt. How can I give out the receipt while Matiko is having the receipt? So she has denied like Matiko should not meet with me. You understand? So if Matiko cannot meet with me, how am I going to look for the receipt and give it out?
So all lists you are giving to Matiko?
Everything, because they don't belong to me. Everything belongs to Matiko. So if I take the receipt, it seems like it belongs to me. And it's not written with my name. It's written with Matiko's name, Joseph Matiko. Yeah, it's not me. So this kind of the crackatoo of the days. Guys, who knows who Gintu is, you know who Gintu is. If I have a problem, I have to reach out to somebody and talk about, please can you help me in this and this and this. If it can never happen, I tell you, If it can never happen, I look for another alternative to make it happen. Let us not stick into this kind of the things, how they go. The people who knows Gintu, they know who I am and how I operate. And everything has to go out very fantastic. I'm giving out even some of the charity, supporting much of the young boys here, telling them what to do, what not to do. But somebody's taking us for granted. And we know it's because of I'm working with many foundations at a time. So they think about, oh, Gintu gonna be earning from this foundation, Gintu gonna be earning from this foundation, Gintu gonna be earning from this foundation, including mine. No. Let him talk about, I will not be paying this kind of person. I'm not interested with that. And I'm pleading to this kind of the woman who is destroying my name because of talking about some simple, just 29,000. Let's not bring much of the controversial to the internet and think about Gintu is not capable of making it. Give it out. Where do I channel the money to? The whole of it. I talk about I buy Matiko the phone. It's me, I bought the phone and the whatever. And I'll make it happen. I'm not claiming over any money. If I could be bad, I could be telling the mother to Matiko, like, this kind of the maize I'm bringing to you, we will add them to this kind of the quotation to make sure that she's going to be sending this kind of the money. But I have never.
And the way nowadays maize is so expensive. Like,
right now maize is so expensive. And
cake.
the one I'm giving out is the one that is meant for the people who are having pressure. You understand, this kind of the corn that is grown in the United States is the one I'm having. Including somebody who sent me this kind of the maize seedlings from the United States for me to plant them here. I'm the one that I'm planting because this person told me, Gitu, whenever you plant some of the maize, take them to the vulnerables, which I'm doing it.
Me, you can help me the seeds so that I can plant.
You can come and I can give you. One gorogoro is enough.
Yeah, it will be enough.
Very fantastic. I've not planted them this season because this season was so bad. Including right now, everything is dried.
Yeah.
So I've not planted them this season. And to that courtesy, that person is even reaching out and talking about Gintu, I see you are making it happen. And Rome was not built in a single day. It was having circumference reasons, meanders. People were dying, people were falling from the walls. People were dying due to the diseases. Some were beaten, some were brutally tortured because of this kind of the work. And I know these are just the sections of how the brutality and some of the crinkums of the day that are going to be hindering Gintu's affidavit to come out. But to the Lord, God knows. And to this woman, she's an Islamic person. Allah knows better. Let us not reputate with anything. Allah knows better. Let everybody talk and stay to their own position. I'll have my own fish farm. I've already purchased my road. I'm going to be passing from today or tomorrow because the road I've paid for it. So I've paid for the road. Is it her own funds I'm using to pay the road? Sometimes you have to come to the real fantastic module. Keep tuned. Keep it locked. Give yourself a good shout out. I'm going to be ending this kind of the video.
Oh my God.
Don't worry.
Anyway, life is that. Like we understand.
Yeah.
And the things must go.
Always I say
on,
forward forever, backward never.
Yeah. But we are villagers.
Yeah. We are same village.
We are same village.
Yeah.
And we don't want to be having a lot of dramas because
not only the drama are brought with this kind of the person.
Because of the maybe money.
Money.
You know, even again to you have money. Money cannot. You must have friends.
Yeah.
You must stay with people like.
Yeah. Who knows what to do?
Yeah.
Exactly. But you can never come to my
money,
back.
but sometimes those money cannot help you when
Exactly.
you don't have them.
Even the courtesy. Yeah, I can say it as a fact because this is what I've just seen from this kind of the alternative way of working to this kind of the project. And I've given out a shout out to that name so much times. People have got it. But that charity, I'm praying for God. Let it continue in straight point. Because I've advertised for them. People have known it because it was not known. And I've not paid for that one of advertisation, but I've done it for free. So if they need the refund, make it happen. Including, even if they say going to go take all those kind of the material from there, I'll pay them all and I will symphony from there, put them here. They come to the realization like I'm able to make it happen. Let us not stick to the point and think about we're going to be intimidating Gintu for this kind of the simple things that I'm helping you to make it happen. You're talking about, oh, Gintu, why is Maxi project is very cheap than ours? You are using the machine cut blocks. You are already, we have bought the road. Why can't the project go further? You have to understand the mentality from the ground first before you come to Symphony. Even the people who understand, we cannot be driven with $10, $20 and talk about, oh, now you have to do whatever they think they want to be doing. It will never happen. Keep tuned, keep it locked. Much of things going to be coming to you live, which is one-on-one. As Jesus said.
But Gint, you are my friend. And you are my neighbor, you are my one village, and we know each other. Yeah. And also, Pasi, we are widows. Me with the Pasi, we are widows. I know. We are friends.
I've told you the whole story.
So I cannot fear to do with you video because that maybe you are not talking with the Pasi.
Nobody has any problem.
Issues with the Pasi.
Let me tell you.
Or I cannot do video with the Pasi because you have your own issues.
Have you ever seen?
Me, I don't want to enter to your issues.
This is not the issues. I have sorted them already to this kind of the camera. Whoever has a problem with the Gintu, text me the number. I get your money that you need. Everything continues forward forever, backward never. That is it. I know the issues of becoming widows. I know. That's why I took Pasi from her home. I told her, go back to your home. And you'll make things, your blessings are at your home, not at your area where your mother is coming from. That is it. Let everybody stick to the point. Keep me tuned. Back to you. Robbie Chacha, ROBICHACHA. Subscribe, like, share, comment. We tangle together. Make it happen.
Thank you so much, guys. Bye. Gint, we love you. We love you. You with Gint, with Pasi.
Wow. Yeah, everybody loves each other.
We love you guys.
No, yesterday she texted me. Yeah, she texted me. It's a bit I was not having bundle. Sometimes you text me, I go to the Wi-Fi.
Who text you?
Pasi texted me. And I'm not lying. Who is this? When? Yesterday around Sasita, 12:14. What's she saying?
Sorry Gintu, si kutaka mimi sina shida na wewe. Nimeacha mimi hizo maneno.
So I don't have any problem with anyone. And I told you, if I could be having a problem with the Pasi, my friend, I could have already told the gentleman who Pasi she's having the talk about the owing money more than, I don't know, 40,000. I don't know, 38,000. Something like that. I could have told the guy, go and arrest, because I was the one who was blocking it. Because I'm the one who told the Pasi to come, and I told the guy, please stop, let her come and collect herself. Whenever she's going to be collecting herself, she will pay the money if she gets. But now, if she's going to be backstabbing, I don't have any problem with that one. I'm not a police person like police. I don't have that card. And I was not taught that way. I know the life I've passed through to become who I am. Even the life you are saying, it's better. Mine was worse. More worse.
Me, what I will urge you again to just focus on your things.
I'm focused.
Me, I can see you
guys,
have a lot of
we are focused. We have so many things to do.
Things to do. Just leave the project for Matiko.
No, I left it.
Yeah. Me, that's
what
something that
I was washing my hands and talking about any problem. Cutter for whatever is necessary.
Again, Pasi, my friend, I'm going to talk to Pasi. She focus on her project. She has a lot to do.
Both.
Yeah,
now you're speaking true. You're speaking like a woman.
Like Pasi has a lot to do.
Yeah.
He has a project, her own project. Man. How can't you that person to go and support Pasi to finish the house?
Yeah, man.
Yeah? So that when they finish the house for Pasi, they come to Matiko's project.
Good.
So guys, thank you so much, our subscriber. We really love you. I don't have problem with anyone, guys.
No one,
and come and subscribe to Robbie Chacha. Support my channel so that I can be monetized, guys.
Make it happen.
I'm still behind. Like I need to be monetized. At least I can be getting something to keep my kids, guys.
Thank you.
So my name is Robbie Chacha. Subscribe, watch, and comment. Thank you so much.
Bye.
We love you.
Too.